with the race for the White House at a virtual day. A tight race in every battleground state.
If there's one thing I know as an American, it's that our elections are perfect. So when I heard there was an organization trying to change our system with something called the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact, I had to find out what it was.
National Popular Vote is an agreement amongst the states that when enough states join it, will move this country to a national popular vote for president. It makes every voter in every state relevant in every presidential election.
But voters do elect the president.
Yeah, no, battleground state voters have all of the power with the American president, and that's 1 out of 5 states. So 4 out of 5 states are totally ignored in presidential election.
It's a way to deliver to this country a president every time who wins the most amount of votes across the country.
And so it doesn't take every state to participate.
Okay.
And I will tell you that interstate compacts are not controversial things. Every state's in dozens of them.
And I think you've probably participated in an interstate compact before.
Absolutely not.
Have you ever?
Powerball, if you bought a ticket.
I'm an avid Powerball
Well,
player.
that's an interstate compact.
Okay, but
So
are you
dozens
telling
of
me
them.
the President of the United States is going to be determined by the Powerball winner?
No.
I guess I misunderstood.
Yeah.
I may have misunderstood the question, but I definitely know what the Electoral College is, and I certainly understand the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact.
This breaking news just in. The Daily Show's Michael Kosta doesn't understand the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact. He may not even understand how the Electoral College works.
What the hell are you doing here, King?
Well, Michael, if anyone says Electoral College 3 times, it's like a genie. I'm cursed to appear to break it down. So let's do it. Each state has their own system of appointing electors to vote in the Electoral College. Now, currently, almost all states have a winner-take-all system, where the candidate who wins the most votes in that state then wins all of that state's electors. Maine and Nebraska do it a little bit differently, but once a candidate gets 270 Electoral College votes, they win. Now, with the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact, states in that compact have agreed to award all of their electoral votes to the winner of the National Popular Vote, regardless of who wins that statewide vote. That means every single vote across the country counts, and battleground states would essentially become irrelevant.
Wow. Is it true that you wear a diaper on election night? Let's go back to the interview.
How often has a president become president and not won the national vote?
Yeah, it's happened 5 times.
5.
The most recent,
Yeah.
President Trump and President Bush.
Republicans overwhelmingly benefit from the Electoral College. So why would a Republican ever be on board with a national vote initiative? How dumb would they have to be?
Well, I happen to be a Republican.
You're a Republican?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, pretty conservative one, too.
Are you sure you're a Republican?
There's lots of Republicans who support a national popular vote for president.
And what about you? What are you?
I'm a Democrat.
Are we getting this? A Republican and a Democrat.
This is one
on the
table
same
we
issue.
can both sit at.
There's a nonpartisan reform with bipartisan support.
Everybody's bi these days.
Yes. I got nothing on that.
But this is just idealistic tomfoolery. I mean, is anybody going to get on board with this?
This isn't a fantasy. It's not an academic fever dream. It's a law that's been passed by 17 states plus the District of Columbia.
I have to admit, you know, when you guys sat down here, I thought there's no way these imbeciles know anything. But you've convinced me. It's pretty legit. What's next? What are we missing?
All eyes on Michigan. And as a battleground state, it'd be a critical domino to fall to create the momentum to get us over the finish line.
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah.
That's my home state. They're great legislatively.
Yeah.
I bet they're working on this right now as we speak.
You should weigh in. Weigh in with the speaker. He needs to schedule a vote on the national popular vote bill.
Yo, look at me. Shh. I'll handle it.
Thank you.
When Kosta says it happens, it happens.
More breaking news now. The cocky clown Michael Kosta headed to the battleground state of Michigan, going there to see if they will pass the national popular vote. Currently, let's pop it up and show you on the map here. We currently have the states right now. These states, right here on the map, you see them colored in blue. They have officially passed the compact. That means they're in. Their bills have passed into law. Now, if you add them up, that would be 209 electoral votes right there. These states, like Michigan, currently have bills introduced in one or more legislative chambers. Now, passing it in Michigan is a long shot, especially for someone as inept as Michael Kosta.
Oh, I get it. You know, you're just worried that once I do get this thing passed, you and your precious magic wall will be out of a job for good.
Hey. You can insult me, but you leave the magic wall out of this. Besides, even if it did reach the 270 threshold, there's always the potential for litigation, for the lawyers to get involved, lawyers from any of these states or from the candidates themselves. Plus, you still need 46 more electoral votes.
Jesus, are you always this much of a bummer, King?
Yes.
I'm in Michigan, the state known for being where I'm from, at the Capitol to inspire lawmakers to pass the National Popular Vote Bill. Let's go, go. So I'm speaking with Carrie Reingans, the sponsor of the bill, to find out how to get it pushed over the finish line.
How does this National Popular Vote bill get voted on, and where does that happen?
So on the House floor, if we get it on the agenda, we'll be able to have it be put up on the board, and we will be invited to vote on it.
And you feel like you have the votes you need?
Yes.
So then why not just pass it right now while your boy's here?
Well, I do expect a vote by the end of the year.
End of the year doesn't really work for me. This is the time that I'm going to be in Michigan because I got a flight in 36 hours. Who do I have to talk to get this bill passed? Because I'll do it. I'm like the most famous guy from Michigan ever. Well, besides Tim Allen, but that guy sucks.
Well, we have been really busy this term.
Voting on what's the best fudge shop in Mackinac Island?
No, we don't need to vote.
Which Michigander can eat the most snow?
No, we've been doing important work. So we do deliver. We do want to vote on this, and this is really a nonpartisan issue.
What can I do to push this through? Because let's be honest, if this thing passes, who's the hero? Boom, right? And I need that right now.
You know, it might be really helpful to hear from just more people in Michigan. The general public, I think, would totally support this.
You want me to hang out with the general public?
Yes.
My mission was clear. If I was going to get this bill passed before my flight, I had to use my star power to get the people on my side. Because one thing was certain, I will not pay a change fee.
How do you feel about the Electoral College, Terry?
It sucks.
Does it feel outdated sometimes?
I'm not a fan of the Electoral College. I'm actually more of a fan of popular vote.
What if I told you that tomorrow there might be a bill being introduced that would support a national popular vote to determine the presidency?
I would be excited about that.
I think that would mean Michigan's just right on the right track.
So maybe that's going to happen tomorrow.
I'm not putting money on that.
Okay, but if it did happen tomorrow, Terry, how would
it'd be
you feel?
great.
Okay, look into that camera and show me the face you're going to make if the national popular vote bill passes. Go ahead.
I think a popular vote is a little bit.
Would you want Michigan to pass a national popular vote bill?
Hell yeah!
Would you want Michigan to pass a national popular vote bill?
Yes!
Go green!
Go white! Woo!
Yeah!
That settles it. Michigan needed to pass the National Popular Vote Bill.
Michigan! Let's get this national popular vote bill done! Woo!
After checking my victory balloons at security, I started wheeling and dealing on the floor.
What are you here for?
We're hoping the national popular vote bill gets introduced and passed today.
Would I single-handedly be able to get Michigan to pass the National Popular Vote Bill specifically before my flight?
National popular vote bill.
Word was getting around that Kosta was in the house and things were starting to happen.
We're hoping the national popular vote bill gets introduced today and voted on. It's gonna. That's why we're here.
But after a tedious legislative session,
This is not our bill. Relax, it's not our bill.
it was clear the vote was not happening.
Could be in the Delta Sky Lounge in 35 minutes. I can't do it, I gotta go. I can't believe it.
Members, please go to your desk.
It's too bad, man. We had a shot.
Michigan lawmakers, you have really let the people, but more importantly, me, down.
It's okay, buddy.
God damn it, John King's gonna have a field day with this thing.
This breaking news, the depressing doofus, Michael Kosta, has failed to get the national popular vote bill passed here in battleground Michigan. He didn't even get it on the agenda. Now, it's not an end to the national popular vote movement, but it is definitely an end to anyone caring about Michael Kosta. In fact, we're just getting exclusive footage of a dejected Kosta leaving the Michigan State Capitol. Take a peek, just like the little sad boy he is. And CNN can now officially project Michael Kosta is pathetic. John King out.